Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 301 of our Be a Better You annual challenge. If you are with me still, congratulations. If you're just joining me, welcome. Today we're talking about step 5. I don't know which side of my hand's better. Step 5 of the physical IDEANCE process. The IDEANCE process is the process that we came up with and created at the beginning of the year based on the steps in a process that we use every single month at the end of the month to focus on an area or aspect of the life framework that we want to improve. Either we want to achieve a goal in by the end of this year, or we want to overcome a challenge or an obstacle or a setback or a problem that we have in that area. I don't want to say that I don't like to use the word problem, because problems are an everyday thing. I like to be solution focused though. We have a saying in my little family right now that we are a problem solving family. Toddler grandchildren, and I live with my daughter. And so we're always looking for ways to focus on the positive and the positive energy. We're in the toddler tantrum phase is what I would call it. But our topic today and our step 5 of the IDEANCE process is next. We're going to ask ourselves the question, well, next. We're going to reflect on what's happening so far. How are we feeling about what's happening so far? Are we feeling like we're making progress? Are we feeling hopeful that we're going to get this taken care of? Or if it's a problem, or if we're going to achieve a goal or objective, are we getting excited and curious about that? But yesterday we took an action, right? You took an action, right? Tell me you took your action. You did something. I know I did. But we might not know yet if that worked or not. I reached out to for Supersize Your Business, I reached out to a consultant to help me organize my life and my areas, my work areas. That's my goal by the end of the year for Supersize Your Business and then Be a Better You annual challenge. I want to lose 20 pounds by the end of this year. Why? I just want to release it, let it go. And so I reached out to a couple of groups and a couple of mentors that I think would be awesome to help me put a plan in place, and then I can do it myself and go ahead and implement it. But I want some expert advice. I've gone through all the yo-yo things. I've done all the things. I've tried all the things. And of course, I had a sudden cardiac arrest 15 years ago, and I don't want to do anything that's counter to all the progress I've made health-wise, right? I want to be here for at least another, 15 to 20 years. So I reach out to them. I haven't heard yet. So I asked myself, well, what do I do next? Do I just wait a couple of days? It was late in the day, so come on, give them a break. Or do I ask myself, what is the next possible thing that I can do? Or do I just do another strategy? Do I start looking into and investigating it myself? That would be the next thing I could choose to do if I wanted. Or, and then another next thing is, hey, get on your exercise bike every day. Go back to making sure you're doing what you say you're going to do and keep your commitments to yourself. So all we're going to do today is ask ourselves, well, did it work or not? How do we know? And then what is the next thing that we're going to do today? The next action we're going to take. Because the worst thing we want to do is take an action and then wait for a week or 2 weeks and then find out the thing that we tried didn't work. And then we feel like we're going all the way back to the beginning of the starting gate. And that doesn't always feel good. So we want to get some momentum going and keep moving forward by doing something else. I always think of the movie, the Frozen movies. The second one is do the next right thing. What is the next right thing to do? Sometimes when we don't know what to do, we just ask ourselves, and we've got to get out of that. I have to know the exact plan all the way. And if the plan goes awry, then it's all over. We have to get away from that type of thinking. And so one thing I decided I was going to do as my next for a couple things that I'm working on, a couple projects that aren't really related to the challenge, yet they are, was I'm working on and going back to tools and things that I know have worked for me in the past. And I'm implementing them and adding them to and tweaking my morning routine a little bit. The thing I used to do every day was I would set my intention for the day. And for some reason, I stopped doing that. And so I'm going back to that. I also am going to go back to pulling a card from a deck, at least for the next 30 days. I think I'm going to say, okay, does this make me feel good? And so today I pulled a card from the Getting into the Vortex with Esther and Jerry Hicks and the Teachings of Abraham, of course. And I got the feeling negative. I need my magnifying glass. Feeling negative emotions means that I am launching requests. I beat myself up a lot when I feel negative emotions, but who doesn't feel positive and negative emotions every day? So it's kind of a futile effort. But this one is all about, hey, when we're around negativity or negative people, it grows and has the ability to impact us. unless we shield ourselves from it. And so we want to be careful and keep in mind that whenever there's a wave of negative, it's launching rockets of desire, they call it, into the universe that are asking for that to be gone and the actual opposite of that to come into play. So I love these cards. I forgot about them. I pulled one yesterday. I started it yesterday. I'm like, I'm going to start this again. And I also pulled out a little Everyday Wisdom for Success Wayne Dyer book. I have a couple of these little books. Got a, what's my Louise Hay one? Louise Hay is Power Thoughts. This one is Everyday Wisdom. And I think at least once a week, I'm going to pull these out and look at them and have either a weekly emphasis for a group that I'm building in a community or a daily one. I think we'll do it daily for a little bit, and then maybe as part of the No Nonsense November challenge, and then probably swing into weekly because, you know, everybody doesn't want to think about a new thing every day. It's hard to think about. Some days I don't want to. Just want to roll through my life and flow. But that's the whole purpose of this. That's the whole purpose of personal development and personal growth and of annual challenges, right? It's all about becoming a better version of you and me becoming a better version of me. All right, so what are we doing today? We're asking ourselves, what is the next thing I'm going to do? My next thing is I'm going to do this. And I will also follow up with and make sure that my messages went out to the people in the groups I reached out to, so I can pick and choose which is the best strategy and the best course of action for me to actually follow and do, right? I don't want to go down the wrong road. I only have 2 months, really. I mean, Saturday is the new month, November, December. That's all we've got, and I only have 2 months, so I need to hop on it. I will admit, I said no to the cake last night. There's beautiful cake in our refrigerator, and I'm like, nope. I walked by it twice. I'm like, nope. It's not going to help me get what I want. All right, if I can help you in any way, coming up with what to do next, I can probably ask you 2 questions and you will know exactly what to do next if you don't know already. And I guarantee if you ask me, you'll already know the answer before we even chat. All right. Have an amazing day. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow for day 302, step 6 of our IDEANCE process, which is probably one of the most important ones. Have a great day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.